Hey, what's up, y'all? Let's get into a couple of things today. So we got Detroit's Detroit's Lion rookie Terrion Arnold. So this man was forced to pay a bill for his coworkers, 20 of them, which came up to a hundred, 102. What did it come up to? Well, he ended up paying 80K with tax, which came up to 102,400, with a tip of 17,600. I said he was forced to pay this. I said I wanted to pay the mother thing because I said, hey, y'all out of y'all mind. We all go to dinner after practice, and I'm the rookie. I gotta pay. I said, what did they eat? Cause I've been going down that list, see, like, cause it didn't tell what they ate. I said, this is crazy. What did they eat to be charged this much money for food? So let's move on past here. I said, please, let's have your check just for practice. That is your check for practice. Damn. But let's move on to Tiger Woods. So Tiger Woods is now officially dating Vanessa Trump, the ex-wife of Donald Trump Jr. Yeah, he went to his social media to make it official, saying that this is the best thing that ever happened in his life. There's love in the air. You make his life even more better. I said, well, he got his type, blonde. And I said he gonna do what he do. Good for him. So move on past that. Let's move on to NFL player Jaylen Daniels. So Jaylen Daniels was actually at a basketball game. That's what it seemed like, and he was courtside. You know, and a young lady was sitting next. A young woman was sitting next to him, and so they chit chatting. Just a little light conversation, and all of a sudden, I say like 2 minutes later, his mother, who the manager, come out of nowhere and insert herself in the middle, made him move down, and told him, "You need to focus on the game. You need to focus on this." And I'm like, that is so embarrassing. So embarrassing. She is like, block her. Because it's like, he wasn't doing anything. All he was doing was socializing, and they were both enjoying the game. Hey, everybody in the chat, how y'all doing? Enjoying the game, and Jaylen was actually just mingling. It wasn't nothing serious. It ain't like he asked the girl for her number, but the mama is just a blocker. It's like, ma'am, he got the job. He's going for what he want. He's living out his dream. But it's like you're literally embarrassing him at this point. I understand he's grown, but you trying to make him you blocking. Like he can't even associate, have a little conversation with a young woman who's his age. They just sitting there, and he wanted to talk to the girl. And you just came, sit right in the middle, mean face, look, pay attention. Like the girl looking like, he looking like, I said, all this, ma'am. I said, at some point, he gonna end up having to fire his mom as his manager, his agent. And that's just what it's gonna be. But tell me how y'all feel about Jaylen Daniels' mom being his agent and trying to block any of these women that he actually talked to her. He initiated the conversation, and they were just sitting next to each other courtside. But tell me how y'all feel about it and what y'all thoughts on it. Let's move on past that. Let's move on to Kim H. So Kim Kardashian. So she ended up um, putting in a request for an emergency custody meeting because after Kanye did that whole coming for the Carters, Beyonce and Jay Z's twins, and calling them the R and stuff. Yeah, she wants to do something about that to protect her kids. I don't know. Well, he is outraged. He is doing things. I think that she actually is doing the right thing. There need to be more watch over him when he's around the kids and stuff, but I don't think his rights should be taken away. But that's just me. But let's move on past there. Let's move on to so Miss Kandi Bird. So Kandi Bird ended up doing another interview and saying that they asked her about the restaurant, her seafood restaurant, and she said that the landlord is trying to get publicity. That's why he put her name in the lawsuit so that they can get publicity. I said, girl, y'all ain't paid the bill. And she also said it was because of renovation. I said it can't be. Y'all ain't paid the bill in what, months? And they asking for money. I said, Kandi, now you playing. Like, instead of just telling the truth and saying that, yeah, we got behind, but it's settled, you want to play these games. So now you look like Miss Tamar. You call her the clown, but you is the clown now. Let's move on past her. Let's move on to Mr. Donald Trump. So Donald Trump ended up going off Colorado painter, because in the Colorado state capitol there is a painting of him, and it's not a good one. It is not a good one. It looked nothing like him. And he getting on the painter because the painter painted President Obama flawless. And he said it's a wonderful picture of him, but my picture is the worstest of the worst. This is disrespectful. I said, no, it's not. That's what he was feeling. If the painter actually painted you, he painted you in how he felt at the time of painting your portrait. And it's just the end results came out the way it did. And you can't do anything about it. That's how he was feeling. When you paint, you feel how you feel at that time. And the painter was feeling not too good about you. Sorry, Donald. You got to take that L. But that's all I got for y'all today, y'all. Have a great day. It's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. Bye, y'all.